is WPTV News Channel 5 at 5:30.
It's Florida and it's summer. It's supposed to be hot, but why is it this hot? We'll take a look at the science behind the sizzle.
The tropics are heating up, so how do warm ocean temperatures impact the rest of hurricane season? I'm meteorologist Katya Hall. The answer coming up.
Plus, what our local leaders and organizations are doing to keep everyone safe this summer.
And what changes are you and others making to beat the heat? We're covering it all right now. Thank you for joining us tonight as we dive into the question, why is it so hot and what are the lasting impacts of this extreme heat?
It certainly has been quite the summer where almost every single day it feels like it's more than 100 degrees outside. Let's bring in our experts, WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel and Meteorologist Katya Hall.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it, Hani and Tanya, and it looks like, it's summer in South Florida, so we get heat and humidity, but this year has been very unusual. We've set some temperature records, and everyone's talking about it. You go outside, and everyone's like, when is the heat going to break?
When is it going away? Unfortunately, we are in the summertime pattern where it's just hot, but we've had kind of a different pattern than normal, Steve.
Yeah, this is a weather pattern that we don't typically see. So on a normal year, we see the Bermuda High, which we all know, and it sits off the coast, roughly around Bermuda. It brings in a nice ocean breeze. We get that afternoon sea breeze. Temperatures stay reasonable. In fact, this is the pattern that we saw today with that sea breeze, just kind of leveling things off in the high 80s and low 90s and cooling things off through the late afternoon and evening hours and bringing that relatively cooler ocean air in for the evening and keeping it reasonable and not record highs.
Yeah, because typically we should be in the upper 80s, low 90s. That ocean air kind of keeps things variable for this time of year. However, we had a little bit of a different setup this July. So take a look at this. For this July, we had this persistent trough kind of set up on the East Coast, and that kind of pushed that Bermuda high to the south and east and also weakened it. And we saw more of an offshore wind flow, winds coming in out of the southwest. Air spends longer time over land, and as a result, we got those steamy temperatures, unfortunately. So big heat dome. So not only are we seeing these warm temperatures, Steve, we also have the warm ocean temperatures. So that begs the question, what does this mean for hurricane season? Take a look. Weather instruments like this sail drone scan the ocean and atmosphere and help forecast tropical systems.
They tell us the current conditions, both of the ocean and the atmosphere. And that is critical to know. If we know where we are, it's critical to know where we're heading to.
And what they're showing is warmer than normal ocean temperatures, which is one of the reasons why NOAA is predicting a busier than normal hurricane season.
It's extremely warm.
Dr. Gustavo Goni with NOAA says tropical systems love warm waters.
There is a flux of energy that is given by the heat that is contained in the ocean that goes from the ocean to the atmosphere. That's why hurricanes intensify where you have warm waters.
As was the case in 2020, when water temperatures were warmer than normal. We saw a record 30 named storms and 7 major hurricanes. However, we've also seen slow hurricane seasons during periods of warmer than normal ocean temperatures. Like in 1987, the Atlantic was warmer than normal and we only had 1 hurricane. Then again in 2015, water temperatures were also warmer than average, and we only had 11 named storms, the average 14. So there are other factors to consider when it comes to tropical cyclone activity.
There are so many conditions.
Conditions like Saharan dust, the salinity of the ocean water, rainfall, the African monsoon season, whether or not we're in an El Nino season, and much more.
We have always have to keep in mind that you only need 1 hurricane going through where you live or through a community to make it a bad season.
Which is why Dr. Goni says regardless of all these factors, the main takeaway is it's hurricane season and we always have to be alert.
Those parameters give you indications of average conditions and what can happen in average. But then the details, the hurricane, when it's traveling in the ocean, will have the final word.
So take a look at this. This is footage of the inside of Hurricane Sam back in 2021. This all captured by a sail drone. It's about the size of a surfboard and can withstand hurricane force winds, wave heights up to 50 feet. And this device is powered by a cell phone. So Steve, pretty amazing stuff. It's technologies like these that help improve hurricane forecasts.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, that video is incredible. And of course, hopefully we don't see any of that this hurricane season. We've had 4 named storms so far. And here's the updated forecast from NOAA. This came out about a week ago. The new forecast calling, and it was up a little bit, 14 to 21 named storms, 6 to 11 hurricanes, and 2 to 5 of those becoming intense hurricanes. There's a category 2, 3, 4, and 5. The average that we typically see would be 14 for the entire season, 7 hurricanes, and 3 intense hurricanes. So there are 2 competing factors here. There's a big El Nino, that's warm water in the Pacific Ocean that really cuts into developing storms in the Atlantic Ocean, and we have that very warm water across the Atlantic, record-breaking in spots. Today, showers and storms and a couple of tropical waves that have come off the coast of Africa. This is the area this time of year that we really look for tropical development in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. These big waves, tropical waves, have the ability to start to get some spin. In fact, you can kind of see some of that developing already as they move into the Atlantic. And these 2 have a medium chance of developing, 40 to 50% in the next 6 to 7 days. There's also a wave that is, at this point, right over the Leeward Islands that will track across Florida on the weekend, and out 6 and 7 days has a 20% chance of developing. Doesn't look like it'll have an impact here as a storm or depression or hurricane, but it may, has a low chance, but it may have a chance of developing as it moves closer to Texas. So busy out there. Hopefully we don't deal with anything here, but as Katya just said, it only takes 1 storm like we saw in 1992 with Andrew.
Well, thank you, Steve. One of the biggest things we've seen with the heat is just how much it's causing people to change their routines.
And whether it's spending more time in the shade or less time exercising, it really seems that people are taking the danger seriously. Places like golf courses and bike rental shops are doing more business in the mornings before the temperatures get unbearable, and more people are also moving their workouts indoors or finding fun indoor activities like going to the movies.
We're almost a week into the school year, and student athletes are getting back into their routines. For coaches, it means putting extra precautions in place to keep everyone safe. At South Fork High School in Martin County, that includes measuring the wet bulb globe temperature. It's a measurement of heat stress in direct sunlight, which takes into account things like wind, speed, and sun angle to cloud cover, to name a few.
Above 92, we're inside. There's no outside practice. Yeah. 89.9 to 90.9, I believe, or 91.9. That we can practice for an hour, no protective equipment. So helmets have to come off, shoulder pads have to come off. They can't wear bottoms with their pads, nothing like that. Yeah. And they're only allowed out there for an hour. And we have to have water breaks for, I think it's every 10 minutes.
And schools across Florida follow the Zachary Martin Act. It's named after a Lee County high school football player who died in 2017 from a heat stroke. It requires schools to act quickly when athletes show signs of heat-related stress. There are also mandates for rest and water breaks, along with asking schools to have an emergency action plan for heat-related injuries. The Florida High School Athletic Association is also encouraging schools to use light-colored clothing and add sideline shading for fans.
Similarly, youth organizations like the Boys and Girls Club of Palm Beach County and the YMCA of the Treasure Coast are also making sure their kids and staff are safe from the heat, but they admit it's been a challenge this summer. I had the chance to see some of their new steps they're taking so that everyone can stay active and healthy.
Down! Say it! It's very hot out here.
We have the coolers. We have them, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything is cold, so we have ice in here.
How's the water taste? Amazing. Amazing.
At the Boys and Girls Club of Palm Beach County, kids are lining up under their new tent to get away from the sun and take a much-needed water break.
It makes me feel good.
Terrence Johnson, the program manager, says kids know the drill.
When that 20 minutes is up, we try to make sure we get them back inside in some shade.
Johnson says it's all part of their new routine to keep kids safe. We learned it's also happening at the YMCA of the Treasure Coast.
So we're bringing kids inside.
Charlene Lyons, the president and CEO of the YMCA, says last week they had to cancel 10 youth sports practices for soccer and flag football,
which we did not have to do last year. So this extreme heat has been really challenging for us to keep those kids outside and active.
As clubs adjust and make changes, their priority isn't.
Safety is number one.
Safety is number one for sure. We also reached out to the village of Wellington. They told me they monitor the heat like they do every single summer, and their practices don't even start actually until 5:30 in the evening when it's a bit cooler outside.
From kids staying active with athletics to adults finding ways to stay in shape, the heat is putting a damper on outdoor exercising, but it all boils down to setting goals and finding ways to stay on track.
We needed a cool spot. And something that would give us at least 2-3 miles. We keep up with each other.
Meet the people who are on the move at the mall at Wellington Green every day. So which way are we walking? This way?
I usually do 21-minute miles. During the summertime, it's much too hot to walk outside. So I'd much rather go in the mall.
Kate McCusco, Sam Goldstein, and 92-year-old Albert Steinhardt making exercising a priority.
My family history is terrible. My father died at 49, my mother at 69. I had one child, he died at 34. I feel that that's doing something to keeping me healthy and surviving this long.
Walking outside in scorching temperatures no longer an option.
Especially when it hit the 90s and the humidity. That's what got to us, was the humidity. It's just too much for us. We couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it anymore. It was too draining for us, and we felt like we were nearly going to pass out sometimes. It was very hard for us.
Sam Goldstein says he started walking inside the mall after a visit from his sister-in-law.
And a sister walks every day, and I would walk every night when the sun went down. And the first day she was here, she goes, let's go for a walk. I said, too hot. She goes, no, at the mall. So we came to the mall, and it got me started.
As the heat increases, so does the number of walkers at the mall.
We open our doors every day for mall walkers, Monday through Saturday at 9 o'clock. And then on Sundays, we open at 10 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I estimated we had about 100 to 120 walkers who are out here at 9 o'clock coming to walk through the mall.
But for those wanting to be outdoors, there are essentials for you to stay hydrated.
You have to keep putting fluids in. You have to keep drinking. You drink water, you drink coconut water. You can also eat things that helps you hydrated, stay hydrated, like grapes, like watermelon, cucumbers.
Wear a hat, sunscreen, and grab a bottle of water if going outside.
You will feel it. You will feel drained. If you're about to have a heat stroke, the body is no longer able to control its own temperature. So the temperature will keep going up and up every 10 to 15 minutes. You'll get confused, you'll faint.
But for these mall walkers, it's about staying cool inside.
Oh, I feel great after I walk.
Now, experts say you can help keep kids hydrated by packing in their school lunch boxes fruits and vegetables that have a high water content.
And it's been a dangerous summer as well for those who have to work outside in the heat every single day for workers. Experts say try to plan your heaviest work for the cooler parts of the day. Take plenty of breaks and drink plenty of water. Employers should also consider offering more breaks and rotating workers throughout the day to avoid any heat-related injuries. Toxic outbreaks fueled by the summer heat. The steps South Florida leaders are now taking to stop harmful algae from spreading.
And this summer's heat waves having a big impact on what's happening below the waves. Coral experts calling it the worst year on record, but there are signs of hope when it comes to restoring our ocean's ecosystems.
Welcome back. It is hot. You know, I always joke with viewers that we're not really going to see any cooler weather until November. Usually it's around Halloween that we get our first significant cold front around here. And that this summer, it's been very, very different. Of course, a significant moment was Independence Day. Kicked off nearly a month of heat advisories every day, and they really haven't stopped yet. I want to bring in First Alert meteorologist Katya Ha with a look back, and it really was impressive, wasn't it, the stretch that we saw, and we may continue to see as we get into August.
Oh, yeah, I mean, take a look at this map right here, and you can see for July, you saw plenty of heat advisories up across across the area, and number of heat advisories out for the month of July. Most of the month we were under some sort of heat advisory, and you can see daytime highs for the month of July running well above average for most of the month. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4 days with below average highs, and that heat continues into August as well. Each day since the beginning of August has been running above normal. We have not only seen heat advisories, but also excessive heat warnings as well. So what does that even mean? An excessive heat warning means that heat index values of around 113 degrees or higher is what we'll see for at least 2 hours. And so we did see that for a few days this month. This puts us at a higher risk for seeing a heat-related illness, things like heat exhaustion or even heat stroke. Heat stroke is worse. That's when you stop sweating, you have a throbbing headache, red hot skin. That's when you'll want to call 911. Heat exhaustion, lots of sweating, faint, you feel dizzy and pretty nauseous. So a dangerous heat out there. And Hani, Tanya, just the number one takeaway here, heat is actually the number one weather killer out there. So it's definitely something that you really shouldn't take lightly.
All right, thank you, Katya. It's not just heat stroke or heat exhaustion. The warmer temperatures can cause other health hazards.
This summer, we're already seeing large blooms of toxic algae on Lake Okeechobee and in some of our local waterways as well. During the past 2 months, the bloom potential along the Big Lake has been around 90%, according to the Army Corps of Engineers. And nearly 90% of samples from the lake came back as toxic. Just last summer, a highly toxic sample was taken at the boat ramp at Timer Powers Park in Martin County. That sample tested 100 times more toxic than what's considered safe to touch.
Well, the algae love this temperature. You know, anything over like 88 degrees is prime temperature for algae to compete and outcompete some of the other natural systems that would use the nutrients or take up oxygen in the water.
The South Florida Water Management District deployed a contractor to treat the algae with a peroxide-like chemical. In a statement, the district also says it's working on long-term efforts to address the root causes of harmful algae blooms in all of our waterways.
Kashmir, the worst year on record. Those words from the Coral Restoration Foundation on the number of corals that have died in the Florida Keys. The group has been working nonstop in the lower Keys to save as many corals from the above average water temperature. Researchers say the normal 85-degree water temperature has been up almost 7 degrees warmer much earlier and faster this year, and it could last even 2 more months. Bleaching has become a common sight in the water where tissues begin to die and the corals starve to death. However, it's so bad, officials are now seeing coral mortality rates climb even without bleaching.
Areas where the corals the tissue of the coral pretty much just melted, okay? It's like they were burned to death. They didn't have time to bleach. It's unprecedented, the amount of loss. We haven't been able to quantify yet because we are in the rescue mode.
One nursery with the Coral Restoration Foundation has already seen a loss of 5,500 coral. The team oversaw their biggest effort recently, rescuing approximately 1,500 fragments of coral. Hundreds more have been rescued as well. They are being taken to the Keys Marine Lab, and there are so many efforts underway around the state, Steve, to really save all these corals. It's really unprecedented. You have to go back to almost 2017 when the water temperatures got this high. But what they're so worried about are the water temperatures continuing all the way through August and all the way through September. Normally, that's when the heating is so early now.
And not getting any break at all. You know what, listening to Hani and the algae issues, more so on the Treasure Coast, and then the algae issues that we have with coral, but they're completely different situations. One we definitely don't want, and the other one, in the coral, we do, and it's disappearing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Hopefully, obviously the water temperatures will cool down, but hopefully it's enough to help save some of this coral before it becomes too late.
A lot of spawning going on. They're trying to transplant coral. They're trying to save as many coral in the Keys in those hot spots as they can, but Mother Nature is the only person that can change that.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen J. This summer, it's also been a battle to cool the cattle. Still to come, changes one local rancher is making to not upset the herd. Whether it's a ranch or a rescue, taking care of animals is really a part of life for many in South Florida.
And for those with livestock, the heat can threaten their livelihood. Ranchers like Greg Fiddlewell says they've never felt a summer as brutal as this one. He's been tending to cattle nearly all of his life and now oversees 160 acres of land in Indiantown. He and his staff have made changes this year after losing cattle to the heat last year. He says cattle can lose their appetite in the extreme heat, which threatens them and their offspring.
It always affects the bottom line. You know, when you have heat stress, they don't gain weight. You have a lot of problems with birthing because of in their second, third trimester because of the heat.
He says it's important for cattle to keep a natural landscape, which includes plenty of ponds for the herd to cool off.
And even the animals at the Palm Beach Zoo, they know how important it is to stay cool, like the North American river otters, for instance, who have been enjoying extra ice baths, and the bears, too, also finding time to chill out.
That looks so good.
Right?
Zookeepers have also been giving the animals special treats. Tigers, for instance, seem to be big fans of frozen watermelons, although this tiger couldn't decide whether to eat the watermelon or actually play with it.
I bet eventually they did eat it. And how about coconuts, ice blocks, and Jell-O? That is how they keep the residents cool at Save the Chimps in Fort Pierce. And the chimps love to grab the hose, too, or splash around in the kiddie pool. They also have access to indoor habitats for when they need to escape the elements. The sanctuary runs on donations if you'd like to help them. We also want to say thank you to the Save the Chimps organization for sharing these videos with us. And we also want to give a big shout out to our WPTV First Alert weather spotters.
Whether it's extreme heat or strong storms, you're our extra set of eyes and ears out there. First, this photo by Michael Graham showing a temperature reading of 150 degrees inside his car. A powerful reminder of just how hot it can get in a matter of minutes. And a reminder to always double check the back seats before you leave.
And we want to show you these two photos here by Dorothy Bass and Ed Mullen showing the beautiful sunrise and sunset over Palm Beach County. Sights like these really can make summertime a little bit more bearable. We want to thank, of course, all of our weather spotters. And if you'd like to sign up, by the way, just look for the weather spotter link at the top of our homepage. When you look at those pictures there,
it sums it up.
Yeah. Hard to feel the pain, but then when you walk outside, you definitely feel it.
Hitting a wall, isn't it? And hopefully it cools down soon because I think everyone needs some cooler weather. It's been a rough summer.
It has been.
I know when I asked you yesterday, you said November.
November.
You said November. Yeah. Thanks for all the information you guys shared today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely crucial.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us tonight, WPTV's special. Be safe out there.
And stay with us. Your 6 o'clock news starts in just 60 seconds.